Well, hello there. I've got a gauge here that I bought. I'm all empty. I don't know where I left. It's been pretty good, pretty busy. I'm loaded up here, taking some LTL steel back up northern Alberta. But I went and bought one of these weigh scale gauges, and it's got all the weight numbers on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's going to be backwards because the phone's backwards. You see it goes pounds and kgs, so tell me what kind of kgs I got on the back end. So I'm just going to go and install. It says tandem axle load scale, but it goes up high enough for a triaxle. So I'm going to go give it a try. I'll show you my load. Alright, got some tools, got the gauge. Here's our load. A whole mishmash and stuff. Plates and beams and beams and plates and angles and channels and bars and all sorts of fun stuff. Under there we got some plates. Oh yeah, lots of fun. So I had it all loaded and I was going to be going yesterday. This is second day working on this load here. I had it all loaded. Had it all loaded up. So here's some more big plate underneath. And a little guy there. Anyway, I had her all loaded up. Ready to go. Outside, strapping it down outside of the shop where I loaded it from, and they came back and said, oh, these 3 plates are wrong. And I had it all, oh man, so we had to pull all the straps off, pull everything off, change those plates out. So that delayed me. I didn't end up making it to my last pickup. So I had to stay overnight and load it the next day. There's some plate there as well in the middle. 55,000 pounds. So I'm just seeing. Yeah, so it's not going to work because I'm going to need an elbow. Huh. So see how this gauge goes in from the back. If I spin that whole thing up, if I spin this whole T up, no, I won't have enough room. I should have a T in my fancy dancy stuff. Let me check and see what I got. Alright, I think I found something. First rule is to take the pressure off, I would assume. Now how do I get that, how do I get a wrench in there? Huh, need a stubby little guy. Huh. Well, let me play with it. Okay, there, I took it off. Got the gauge off. Here's the original. See how it's got a entrance out the back. And this one has an entrance out the bottom. So then we got this little pipe looking thing here, a little marijuana pipe or whatever you want to call it, sitting here. Well, I don't know what that is anyway. So then you just, I'm going to put that in there, spin that around, do this, do that. We'll see how it goes here. Okay, I got it on there. And now, it's got a little calibrate screw there. So now we'll increase the air. And then they say go over a scale, turn that screw to wherever the weight is, and we should be good. So luckily we're right here at a government scale that isn't open, so everything should be bang on the money, right? Right. All things considered. Well, 19,210. We're on the scale here. I don't want to put my fat butt on here because that'll just throw it right off. So then I think we just get a smaller screwdriver. Son of a gun. I don't have one that small. Shitty. Well, we gotta figure something out. Okay, lever 2000 saves the day. I don't know, I bought a bar of soap back in the day and I got like a Leatherman multi-tool. So this little guy fit in there just fine. So I've got her at 19,210, I think. 19,210. Well, let's give her a go. Well, I found where the mud's been hiding. It's up here. Ay, ay, ay. So everywhere I go, we got to put it on with a crane, because that's all we can do. But here we take it off with a forklift, which goes a lot faster. 2 days to pick up, half an hour to take off. Here we go. Here's another bathroom in Fort McMurray. Let's just see the difference. All just cleaned. Beautiful. Huh. Let's check the roof. No, no mold. No mold. That's a dirty one and it's clean. Huh. Everything's clean. We'll take door number 1. Feel a little better about this one. Remember when you used to just have to wear a hard hat and steel toe boots? That's all the guy had to worry about. Well, holy cow. No drones, eh? Oh, weird. No smoking in the lumber yard, hey? Oh, weird. No riding on truck running boards. Okay. Good morning. Well, it's our first day back in a bit. We parked down the street from my place because it's still pretty soft at my house. Got a load of lumber on, and we're heading to Vancouver. Burning clean, running really good. Well, we gotta pull the curtains back, and I pull them back around. I pull them around so they never know if somebody's inside or not when I park it for a couple of days. Oh, the beard's getting crazy here. I like it. We're growing her out again. When you got a face like this, you got to cover it. I'm telling you, it's for everybody's benefit. All right, let me get all my gear in here. Now we gotta hit the road. Going to Vancouver. It is a Sunday today. We're leaving early. Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock. So we hope to be there about 8 o'clock tonight. Well, we made it. Well, not quite yet. We're about 5 minutes away from our sparking spot. We're gonna stop at the Surrey prison. I mean the North Surrey parking lot. I just call it the prison because the bathrooms are all that stainless steel stuff. There's not a seat on them. The sinks are stainless steel, the toilets are stainless steel. It's like you're in prison. here on the right, and it's just in the shadow of that awesome bridge. I don't know which bridge that is. Lion's Gate or something? I don't know. The only reason I stop here is because it's later at night, and I'm about 20 minutes from my delivery tomorrow morning, so that's the good thing. So just like any prison, you gotta check in. I got no idea why or what that's all about. No idea. We're supposed to keep track of guys who are here. Hi. We're supposed to keep track of trucks that come in here, because you're only supposed to stay for 24 hours. But I'm sure that doesn't get followed very well. I'm sure guys that live in Surrey come and park their trucks here overnight. For the weekend probably too, right? So I like going way down here. Way down here. I like going to the end. I actually prefer going off to the left. I don't know why they got these parking spots on the left coming down this way. The ones on the right, you turn right and you hit those parking spots. But the ones on the left, you got to go all the way to the end and come around. But then you're sleeping on a downhill on an angle. I don't like that. I like sleeping on an uphill on an angle. So, you know, in typical fashion, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Do park her like this. Kind of like nosing in, you know what I mean? Well, there we go. Okay, so that's what we got left to go. That's what we're allowed left. So we'll turn this to sleeper berth. Save. Done deal. So here's what we did today. Lots of driving. The green is the driving. 12.31 hours of driving. Yeah, that's crazy. And then all these ticks. Oh, sorry. Hold on here. So that's off duty. Oh boy. Pre-trip. Oh boy. And then all those ticks there are boom, boom, boom. That's brake checks. And then I took a break here in Canoe. Whoa! Took a break here in Canoe. And then brake check, and now I'm here. We'll go into sleeper berth. So that's a long day. Long day, but that's why these hours of service are the way they are for Canada. We can shut this down. good job. Anybody else rub their dash all the time, telling their trucks they're doing a good job? The old pumpkin's just been snorting. I'm not gonna jinx it. Nope. Nope. The pumpkin knows. We're in sync. We're in tune. I'm not saying it out loud. I'm giving you some scratches on behind the neck there. And she knows what I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna jinx it. But that's kind of how these Canadian hours of service were made, because so I've been told. Or I read it somewhere. Yeah, I read. I read it somewhere. Or I'm making it up. I don't know. It's up here. Don't know how it gets up here, but it's up here. The hours of service were made because, for instance, the distance between major centers. So I just came from Red Deer to Vancouver. I'm in Surrey, BC. So I'm basically in the hot spot, right in the hub. We're kind of in the middle. Of course, you can go wherever from here. In 12 hours and 31 minutes of driving. So we're allowed 13. So I made it here. That's why the hours of service, from what I've told, are so long in Canada to get from major centers. Maybe from Toronto to Montreal and then back is 13 hours. I don't know. I've never done it. Maybe, you know, I know from Calgary to Regina is like, I can't remember, 9? Something like that. But they're all, the hours of service took into account the average distance and time it takes to get to these locations. And that's why they give you so many hours. So yeah, that's it. I'm here. Got a load of lumber. Let's go take a look. I don't know if I can show you. It's dark. I got a load of lumber anyway. I used that gauge. That gauge worked really well. We're sitting at about 20,500 kilograms on the back end. Light up front. It's working pretty good. Working pretty good. Well, let's see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. I had a good sleep last night. Woo! She was good. Slept hard. Because, of course, you know, you do a 12.5-hour driving stint. I'm going to be a little tired. Let's go take a look at our lumber. And let's go get the day rolling. Yeah, she's a beautiful day. Oh, beautiful day out here. Let me grab my gloves. Beautiful day out here. Ah, I just fooled you. Easily amused. Yeah, so we already delivered our lumber this morning. We're back, actually. I think we're over one parking spot here this morning. We're in the shadow of the bridge. Still don't know what that bridge is called. I'll find out. And we're just doing a load check. We're all loaded up. We've been emptied. And then went and got this stuff. 10-foot wide plate again. 62,000 pounds. And we're allowed 24 there, so it says we're doing good. But, you know, just like anything that I install or fix, you know, there's always a chance it wasn't done right. We gotta get a wash here one of these days. We gotta get a wash here one of these days, man. Long weekend coming up, so maybe this time we'll be able to get it. Big thick stuff, hey? 3/4 inch thick. Beauty. This stuff goes nowhere. Nowhere. It doesn't move a millihair. But there's a blitz going on, I guess, so even though it's not going to go nowhere, we are going to still put on. There was no room where I was. I would have took, I think that's where plate goes to live with the place I loaded this from, because they had tons and tons and tons of plate. But they had no room, so I'm gonna throw some chains on the front there and chains on the front of that one just to prevent it, or just to look good anyway. You know, if it wasn't just a parking spot, it'd be a nice place. Beauty. With the bridge back there. Cool. I love architecture. I don't know why. I don't know why. I grew up in Red Deer. Our tallest building was a hotel at like 6 stories. Okay, let's see here. Anybody know? This is where I keep my chains. I keep them on my trailer. I don't keep them on a headache rack. Keep them on my trailer. I find it easier. Everything's at ground level. I still haven't been able to find a chrome Coke crate yet, but we'll find one. We'll find one. Alright. But anyway, that's where I keep my chains. Just use the Coke crate until now. I'm gonna get something boxed in eventually. And then eventually I want to get a door on these so I can keep the tarps from getting all mucky. Get a door on there. And then another box. I priced out boxes, $1,200 each for one of these. $1,200 plus $200 for the mounting brackets. Hoi, oi, oi. We gotta haul a lot of steel and lumber in order to pay for that. Because it looks like we're gonna be needing some tires too. Huh. But yeah, I've fallen off. I've had headache racks, and you know, you put them up here, you put the chains up here. And you're on the load, and you got the chains, and you're stepping down here, and you're walking over here, you're putting them up on the rack. Or you pull them down to the ground, you bring them up here, you step up, and now you're up here and you're putting them on the rack. You know, I've slipped off fenders so many times. Ass over tea kettle, feet up, land on my back here, roll out crying in a puddle on the ground. Sometimes, back in the day. But now that I've put these chains here, never had a problem. Never had a problem. So it works for me anyway. It might not work for everybody else, but I also don't use a lot of chains. So, but I got enough for, like, I got both sides has that, so we can easily do anything with chains. I just don't carry all that much. So here we are on the driver's side, and yeah, another Coke crate with the chains in it. I don't know. I like it. I like it. Let me get these on here. Now I just pulled over here. I keep feeling like I'm missing something, so I gotta go and check my load. Something just doesn't feel right. Put the chains on there. So you got the chains crossed. Hold on here. I think it's more of a load securement thing. Okay, this is what I was thinking I'm missing. So that one's in. Okay. Everything's looking good. Not a load securement, but more of a, just want to make sure. Woo. Wide body. Wide body. Hey, quit calling me names. Let's see here. Yeah, figured. Well, look at that. Son of a gun. Oh. I knew it. My spidey senses were tingling. It's the problem. I had a guy come up and talk to me. At the parking spot there where I was putting on these chains. Don't mind me, I'm putting my belt on here. Hold on. It's the clicker belt, so I can do it with one hand. Anyway, and a security guard there, and I got sidetracked. And then there was a DOT inspection that I was able to drive through. And then as I'm driving down here, I'm like, something doesn't feel right. I missed something. Anybody else get that spidey sense where you're just kind of like, I'm missing something. Pull over, check it out, and sure enough, got to put a clip on my chain hanger there. So this is what we got. Let's go take a look one more time. Alright, I got rid of that lumber that was here, so that's good too. There's the chains crisscrossed, and I did them on the back there too. So alright, more steel to keep Alberta rolling. We're heading that way. Bye for now.